Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars, and today we are here at Volo Auto Museum, and I'm here with Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, can you tell me a little bit about what we have here, what you have here?
Well, this is a totally custom-built car. It was based off an Australian Holden, and it was made for the movie Son of the Mask. Most people haven't heard of the movie. Those who have heard of the movie know it didn't have good reviews. It was not a good movie. But to me, them creating this car was the highlight of the entire film. It's just such a unique piece that they built here. Wild creation, like what you'd see out of Hot Wheels or something. They got the big engine sticking out of the hood, and it looks like it just melted through the hood with the afterburners coming out the back, the flames, and then all the gadgets and detail on the inside of the car. I'm around cars my entire life, so they tend to bore me. It takes a lot to get a wow factor out of me, and that's what makes this one of my favorite cars, is because of the wow factor. I mean, most people would say, this thing is absolutely atrocious and ugly, and I would have to agree with them, but it still has the wow factor, that just stops you on your tracks. Now, this was built for the movie, and some of the things that I love about it is when you're looking at the interior gadgets, you didn't really see the interior stuff too much in the movie. So a lot of the labels that they put on some of these things had a lot of adult innuendos in them, even though it wasn't really an adult car. So if you start reading some of the gadgets, they get a little bit rated R in there, which I think is hilarious that they hid that stuff in the movie.
So is this the original car?
Yeah, this is the original car they built for the movie, and it's the only one that they ever built. A lot of times production companies will build several cars to portray one car, like the General Lee and Dukes of Hazzard. They built over 300 General Lees. They only built one of these. This is the only one in the world.
How did you acquire it?
The movie car niche is very small. Once you're in it and you know everybody. This car in particular, though, I've been after for 10 years. It was originally New Line Cinemas that created the movie. And I was out in California at one of the movie car prop stores buying some of the movie cars. And I just was sitting there, and I asked them, I said, I got to have it, how much? Well, at that time, it wasn't for sale. It was New Line Cinemas. They weren't ready to let it go yet, but he kept poking at them. And he said that they were willing to release it in about a month. Well, about 3 months later, New Line Cinemas was bought out by Warner Brothers. Now, Warner Brothers didn't want to sell the car, so I pretty much forgot about it and kept poking and poking. Warner Brothers finally said, yeah, we'll think about selling it. And for almost a year, I was going back and forth trying to get the deal done. But it was actually a 10-year hunt, you could say, to buy this car.
Nice. And how long have you had it displayed for?
We've had this for about 2 years now.
So, Brian, how many cars do you have on display for museum purposes only?
We've got the museum and the collector cars. They're all grouped together because the collector cars are still museum pieces. But we've got about 300 cars, vintage cars that are for sale at all times, and about another 100 cars that are strictly for display in the museum, and so much more beyond that. Snowmobiles, tractors, scooters, bicycles, and different movie props in that. I mean, there's just tons of stuff here. It's more than an auto museum.
Nice. Now, how can our viewers contact you again?
The best way is to go to our website, which is volocars.com. All the information is there, from the frequently asked questions, email, phone number, address, map, all our exhibits. Everything's on there.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to share and like our videos.